Chat circles looks at chat. They're trying to transform the way people do chat rooms. And when you chat with some, I talk text with a lot of people. You go, most of it nowadays, I think they're used in games, but there's still chat rooms. You can go and talk about something, move to something else, and so forth. So the idea here is that how can we change it where they kind of, there is no idea of room, and here is how people interact with each other. Each person is a circle in this, and this comes from MIT Media Lab. So it's not, I mean, it's pretty good research otherwise. So what happens is each person here has a circle. People who say something, the circle gets bigger, and you can read what they said. After a while, the circle starts to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So you can see there's somebody here who hasn't said a word in a while. There's somebody who just says yeah, and then you can see that these two people really talk with each other just because circles get bigger. So that's kind of the basic interaction there. If you really want to read what's been going on, they have a history, a chat log. I'm not sure exactly how they figure out the green needs to be next to the orange here. Maybe they use some sort of interaction, but for the most part, you can see the whole history. And with the mouse, you can mouse over this and read what the green person said at that point. So let's assume time goes down. So this may have said bye and left. And that kind of ended. So that's kind of how you do one single room. What do you do with multiple rooms? Instead of having rooms that you know, in chat room, you can go to from one room to the next and see where people are talking. Instead of doing that, they use space. So you kind of have a canvas. And here, I am currently here, so I see people next to me and what they're talking about. I can read. So I'm one of these characters. But then there's other people here talking. There's a group talking here, and somebody is just sitting alone in corner. So they're not talking much. This group also is not talking much. So if I'm kind of bored of my current group, I can always grab my circle and move it closer to this other people, and then I see what they're talking about. And the other ones go away. The other thing you could do in this, so really a chat room, this is a whole chat system where each room is becomes a cluster. And it forms at will. You kind of see what's happening in each room overall. The other thing they were doing, you could have done in the actual system, I could take a snapshot of, let's say, a headline from, let's say, CNN from the previous one, and drop it off somewhere. And if people are interested in talking about it, they will come, they will move their circle towards that headline. Or I can take a picture and drop it there, or a document. And then you kind of come in closer and talk, just like an art gallery. You go closer to the exhibit and start talking about it. Okay, I have a few demos. Well, I have a short video for it. And then I have the link at MIT that you can visit. This is it's a very short YouTube video. And to see it a little bit in action. And it's in, I think it's in Portuguese. So this is the current user is the purple one, and see what they said. Everybody is answering. And you can see an overview of the whole area. Where they are right now, there's in the left, upper left corner. I think that's it. Oh, they keep talking, but I think you get the idea. Then somebody else is leaving. They take their circle, and there's actually some. You can see where they're going. You can follow them. They leave a little bit of a trail when they move. So all of that is non-quantitative data. It's a way to display it. It's just replacing the interface to the chat with a visualization where you see what other people are doing. You see how dynamic they are. Instead of scrolling up and down, you kind of see it right there on the screen.